a brave new world.
Welcome to Jake's Stories. Today we're talking about Captain America Brave New World.
It's going to be us. You have no idea what I have in store.
I had the chance to see the movie a couple days ago, but before I shared my reaction review, I wanted to take some time to think about it, and basically my thoughts are about on par with a lot of the other reviews and reactions we've seen. I've heard some that are a little bit unusual, but overall, the movie is alright. I think it's worth seeing. It's not one of the worst MCU movies. To me, it's not one of the best. Of course, if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, you'll find out that for the critics, it is, I think, the third worst MCU movie right now. I think a lot of that may have to do with the fact that MCU movies there are so many of them, and a lot of them have just been way up there, even with the critics. But yeah, so that's it. I've got my notes here. Let's see, so we're sitting at a 51% critic review. That's not what I wanted. So let's see here. And of course, the movie comes out tonight, so then we will start to get in the audience scores, which I'm sure will be much higher. I'm not sure what I would give it right now. Okay, so I liked that Wakanda gave him some vibranium to use. I thought that was really cool. Also, sort of necessary. I feel like if he's going to go out and be Captain America, he needs some sort of edge. And so it was really cool to see the vibrations of that suit in action. A lot of the action scenes were really cool. He's got his Iron Man helmet, so it's got the nanotech, so his helmet just comes off like that. That's cool. I like that. Some people may not like it because he's too much like Iron Man, but I think a couple things here and there, it's going to be fine. Kind of the dialogue and while he's fighting bad guys, it was alright. Like, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. And then just kind of interacting with his buddies, the soldiers and stuff. Not bad, not great. Yeah, overall the fights were pretty good. It was cool to see what he could do. I feel like they made a really good effort in having Cap figure out his way of fighting. He figured out like a way of fighting that works for him, to use the shield in a way that works for him. Of course, the shield does kind of whatever he needs it to sometimes, but it's always done that for, Steve Rogers as well. But I thought it was good to see him. He wasn't doing things that seemed, he hasn't taken the super soldier serum, and so he didn't do anything that seemed like he did take that or that he had some sort of edge like that. For example, the scene in Falcon and the Winter Soldier where he catches the car. Yes, I get he has the wings that are helping him. Although, I don't know. That scene seemed a little too much for him and his capabilities. Could be wrong. Maybe he had the vibranium suit at that point. And I think it may just be vibranium wings, so I'm not really sure. But I don't know why he doesn't just have a full vibranium suit. I mean, Wakanda has a lot of vibranium. I mean, you've seen that whole area where they're just mining the vibranium. Definitely out of his league with Red Hulk. The Red Hulk stuff didn't last very long. It was pretty good. I would have liked to seen a little more and solved a little differently, but it was pretty good. All right, overall the movie was pretty good. The leader, I'm a little bit disappointed with. Started out all right. It's just kind of confusing. I don't know. I wanted to see something else with him. With Sidewinder, I felt like he was, he was kind of a pawn bad guy, or, a knight, or a bishop. I don't know if I'm getting these chess analogies right. So he was in this movie, he seems more of an additional bad guy, and he does a good job of that, but I could almost see him as more of a mastermind. In the comics, he's the leader of the Serpent Society. Serpent Society in this seems more like just Sidewinder and his thugs. But he was really cool to watch in action. And, of course, Giancarlo Esposito, if I'm saying that right, he's always great. I do think that this movie is starting to set up Sam Wilson's Captain America to be the leader of the Avengers in this 616 universe timeline, whatever. Yeah, just the way they talk, Harrison Ford, we've seen in the trailers, he wants to reform the Avengers. I think that's where we're headed, which honestly, I think that's fine. There's got to be kind of a two-leader kind of a thing, like Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Tony Stark, Iron Man, were basically the leaders together. Captain America would usually call the tactical shots, but at the end of the day, it was kind of both of them. So if Sam Wilson has somebody else on his side, whether that's War Machine or Spider-Man, or, maybe the three of them kind of work together as leaders, I think it could work. The whole political thriller type thing, it worked well. Definitely not as well as it did in Captain America Winter Soldier. The post-credit scene was very pointless. I mean, I'm getting kind of tired of the MCU post-credit scenes at this point, because they used to be, if they weren't kind of fun and silly, or if they didn't have a strong point that kind of hints at something to come, at least they were kind of funny and silly. Now it's just flat. So yeah, I mean, I think the last really good one was in a movie that I didn't particularly like, Thor: Love and Thunder, with Hercules. We don't know if it's ever going to go anywhere, but it was cool to see Hercules and have him set up like he's going to go on a mission to take down Thor. That was kind of a cool setup. This one, it's just kind of like blah, 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 things we already know. But yeah, overall, the movie was pretty good. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and take care.